Howdy everybody, how's it going? My name's Sabina. Welcome to my channel. This is episode 3 of a sketchbook tour series that I'm doing. It's 11 sketchbooks over 11 months, and here you are, you have found yourself on episode 3. Welcome. I'm glad you're here. I hope you stay for a little while. This is when we start into the Moleskines, and the Moleskines is when I really turn a leaf into taking my sketchbook practice a little more seriously. I think I've built up the momentum of creating this practice and holding space for sketchbook time. And I really love some of the sketches that are within this book. It spans over the course of a few years. Like I really want to say the end of 2014 to like the end of 2016. A lot of college content. And it's really interesting and fun to see like my mindset during this time and just reflect on how much has changed. I think it's really important to go back and look at your old work, especially if you're an artist, and just gain some perspective, because it is so easy to feel like you have gone nowhere, like you've done nothing with your life. But then you go back and you look at what you were doing in the past, and you actually can really see your growth and evolution. And having this kind of practice helps me mark my spaces in time to see where I'm at. Like, what was my mindset like in 2015? Oh boy. Now I can see how much growth has happened in the last 10 years. And it's really eye-opening and illuminating and empowering. I'm gonna quit yapping and let's get into the sketchbook tour. I'm just gonna start by saying, excuse the weird lighting. I'm currently battling the movement of the sun. I discovered the Moleskine, I don't know how. I think it was through Pinterest. I was a big Pinterest girl. Honestly, I still kind of am a big Pinterest girl. And I have a whole board dedicated to journals and sketchbooks. And so I bought myself this Moleskine. And it felt like a huge deal because Moleskines are expensive. And I was like 18, spending $30 on a notebook. And it just felt like a big deal. And so it became my companion. My only critique about Moleskines is this. There's no elasticity left in this. I would put stickers of anything that I like found or liked, and then this was years later, I started to catalog, but I wrote the number in which order these books were created in. Now, as I finish a journal or a sketchbook, I catalog it with the next number in line, because I just have like a delusion a little bit that I think that these books are going to be in museums, and I want people to know about things. Like when I archive my work, I put a lot of information with it, because if I die and someone goes through my stuff, I want there to be a little bit of context, a story per se. They might throw it away, and that's fine, but if they decide they don't want to throw it away, then maybe there's a little bit of context. I don't know. Let's get into the sketchbook. I'm going to block out my information. I was really into Sophie Roach. I was following her on Instagram, and I was trying to copy her art, and she did a lot of these like really colorful like doodlies and doodles, and I just thought they were so cool and inspiring. So that's what this was inspired by. I think I started this journal or sketchbook really at when I still had the other one going. You can see the date here, 12/29/2014. So this is like right before my parents divorced, actually. I remember starting this page still in the basement of our house in Virginia that we still lived in as a family, although I'm not really sad that we're not a family like that anymore. It's kind of something I prayed for. I prayed for my parents to get a divorce. Mom is a paper crafter, and she did Stampin' Up, and I would borrow her markers, and that's what these are. And it inspired me to ask for my own set of Prismacolor markers, which I did end up getting for Christmas, like the next year, I think. But yeah, I was still a big watercolor girl. I remember doing this in my dorm room. I was really into smoking weed. I thought that it made me cool. I saw it as a form of rebellion, because I was told that if I ever did drugs or alcohol, I was going to become an addict, because my family has a history with addiction. I mean, like, yeah, but what I'm learning about the wild spirit of the woman and just people is when you tell them not to do something, they're probably going to go do it. And I did a lot. And yeah, I just thought it was like so cool, because I was like, I'm going to include in this drawing like a couple of like joints, because like I can smoke weed and it's like not a big deal because I'm like an adult and I'm so grown. I wore these Converse until they were threads. Burt's Bees was my favorite. I still have this perfume. I carried around a disposable camera with me everywhere. I still have these sunglasses. I think I was knitting socks that you guys saw the pattern for in my last sketchbook tour. I just laugh at how life is so circular, you know? I'm not currently knitting socks, but I'm knitting a lot, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. So it's just fun to see, like, I've really been doing this for a while. I've had an artistic practice. I loved Foster the People. The Teal album, I don't actually know what the album's called, but I see things in my mind's eye. Usually don't come with words. Are you what you wanna be? Na, na, na. Loved it. This is also a journal. I don't know how many pages I'm really like writing, but I know that there will be a few pages where it's like mostly just handwritten. This is when I am really sinking into like a depression. Okay, I remember drawing this in the final days of living in the dorm. Like, the dorm is pretty much empty. I'm just killing time because I live across the country now. My parents are like literally across the country. So I had to pack everything into these like cubes that got stored over the summer and then fill 2 gigantic suitcases to go home. And I'm sitting in this like mostly empty dorm room waiting for my friend to come pick me up so that I can fly home, and I'm drawing this. Why does it matter? You're going to die anyway, bitch. I mean, that's real. Oh, here's another one. I don't know at what point I'm drawing this. It's just so funny how things change. My brother's DS. 3 lighters, nugs, a pipe that I broke. My aunt and uncle bought me this necklace when they came out to visit me over spring break. I lived in Phoenix. I think I was staying at the 922 place in Tempe, Arizona. If you know, you know. We went to Sedona. It was my first time. No, that's not true. It was my second time ever going. And they bought me this gold and silver buffalo pendant that I'm not wearing it right now, but I still wear it a lot. Like, I cherish that piece. I was like a box mod vape girl in a way that's like actually so embarrassing. I gave my friends tattoos with this Higgins Indian ink. I went through 2 or 3 bottles of this Versace perfume. This might be the same pair of Converse, if not my second. I know I blew through 2 pairs. My first car was a Lincoln Mark 8. It was my grandma's car, and she gave it to my cousin. And then when he got a different car, they gave it to us. And then I drove it, and then my brother drove it for a little while, and then my parents sold it, and then I guess the guy that they sold it to crashed it. Anyway, yeah, there's some journaly things. Cats rule. That's something that I used to say a lot. I also think I did a lot of like school notes in this journal. I made this cuff. I think I sold it or I gave it away. Lots of jewelry things. Lots of jewelry designs. Yeah, soldering notes, project notes. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would just doodle shit. I would just doodle all kinds of shit. I still have the ring that I made that template for. It was like one of the first rings I made for myself. Oh, my parents got me a bike. I didn't have a car until I was like a senior in college. And I had to like go to the grocery store and like do things. And my parents got me this bike. Oh my gosh. And it got stolen. It got stolen for like a minute. I don't even know what happened. Did it really get stolen? It got stolen. And then I had to buy a new one. And then I go to the place where it got stolen before. And it's there. It's sitting right there. I don't know if it ever got stolen or if I'm just fucking dumb. I got my bike back. Then I sold it to my now husband. He wasn't my husband at the time. And then someone stole it off my front porch. So I guess its destiny was to get stolen. My freaking water. The freaking water at the fridge is being loud as heck. Cats rule, dude. Cats rule. Boys drool. This was my sleeping cat. This was Christmas at Grandma's. If you guys know Grandma's house, this is her fireplace. This was this weird snowman. This was her pop-up tree. If you knew anything about Grandmommy, is that she had a tree that I don't know how the mechanism worked, but it basically flattened down into like a little 3 or 4 inch like thing. So it was like a big circle, and then you just like unscrew the top or something. I don't actually know. And then it just went down because she was sick and tired of putting up her tree. So she got this like weird ugly one, and we would make fun of her for it. But now that she has passed away, I would let some dude like look at my toenail to see that tree again. Like I would do some weird freaky shit to like I would do some weird freaky shit to see Grandmommy one more time. I said it in a funny joke, but that was just to hide the fact that I'm like crying a little bit because I actually really miss my grandma. Pardon my interruption. We have a brief advertisement. This is not a sponsored video, but I am in a way sponsoring myself, promoting myself, and I want to share with you guys an offering that I have that's kind of tied into these sketchbook tours. I thought it would be really fun to do something called a mystery drawing. Basically 4x6 pieces of paper where I draw a mystery drawing onto it and then ship it to you, and you don't know what it's gonna be. Here's how it works. You place your order, I draw your drawing, I ship it to you, you open it and you go, wow, or you go, oh, what the heck? I have 3 different tiers for this. The first tier, it's a complete mystery. You don't know what you're gonna get. Lowest price point. Second tier, a little bit more money, but you can choose 3 colors. So like, if you don't care what the subject is, but you have like an aesthetic you're trying to match with the color palette of your like home or office or whatever space you're gonna put this drawing in, 3 colors. Then there's a third tier. You can pick 3 colors and a subject, but you won't know the composition and you won't know like how it's gonna turn out. There's not like a back and forth like what we would do normally with a custom project. It's like you kind of give me a frame of reference for what you're looking for, and then I create something out of that, and then it shows up at your house, and that's when you see it. And I think that sounds really fun. And yeah, so if you'd like a little piece of art from me that is kind of related to these sketchbooks, and you are like cool with gambling and like not knowing what's gonna show up, find that in my link tree below. Okay, back to the video. Watching The Office and drawing shit at Grandma's season 1, episode 1. Oh God. You can't even see that. Oh, that's pretty nice. Oh, so is she. I'm like, oh, I suck at drawing people. Are you kidding? Like, yeah, her hair's kind of funky, but like, she looked good. That's my dad's dog. I was really into scribble doodling at this time. Quick impressions. Octopus. Plug. Where's the plug at? Who the plug? Okay, clearly I had gotten my Prismacolor markers at this point, and I think I think the acquisition of Prismacolor markers changes the course of my artistic vision to this day. Even just the freedom to use highly saturated color. This was for a project. I have it in storage. If I ever remember, I'll show you. Copper clamshells for a silversmithing class that I took in college. And this was sketches and details for a painting class. We had to paint apples in a still life. It was for underglazing and overglazing painting. I don't actually know if that's how you say it, but like you do the underpainting with like acrylic burnt umber paint to do like value, and then you go with glazes for an overpainting with oils to like apply pigment and color, and it's really quite fun. A fun way to paint. I had never painted again like that after that class. Oh my gosh, okay. I lived in an apartment. I didn't have a car, but I wanted a plant in my bedroom so bad. So I took my bike to the light rail, journeyed through Tempe. This was like the first solo journey that I really did. To Home Depot. I bought this pot and all these little cactus and succulent and a bag of soil, loaded it in my basket that I had on my bike, and rode home. It was like, I can smell the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those memories I can smell. And I'll never forget it. Shows I've watched. Scrubs. I think I've seen Scrubs 10 times through, minimum. The Office, Parks and Recs, Weed, CSI, all of them. My mom and I were sluts for any and all CSI. Bones, House, 30 Rock, Nurse Jackie, Skins, Orange is the New Black, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I loved Skins. It made me so sad, but I felt like I related to it. Me Doing Your Mother. No need to elaborate on that. This could plant plants, but I kept it in a sketchbook, and it will stay there for the rest of eternity. Okay. Yes, here we have some journals. I don't know. I'm not going to pause long enough for you guys to read them. Oh my goodness. This was another painting I did that I don't have anymore. I don't know if I gave it to my mom or if I just threw it away. But, we did, okay. So I'll just tell you about it. In my painting 1 class, we did a series where it was like, not a series. We did a painting where we had to mix 100 colors of green. You think green is just one color. I mean, sure, there's one classification for the color green, but there's many different shades and tones and hues of green. Anything from like almost yellow to almost blue. We had to mix 100 shades of green. And then the teacher created a still life moment, here you can see. And we had to paint it, but in green, using our various colors of green. Fun project. 10 out of 10 would do again. Oh yeah, and these are notes about wire forging. Ted McDonough, if you're watching this, this is from your demo. Shout out. I don't know what those notes are, but this is a Zen doodle I did. I loved Zen doodles. I'm so tired I could die. I don't know if at this point I don't know. I think I worked at Starbucks. I got this coffee at Charlie's Cafe in the design building. That place sucked, but they took all of my money because it was so close, and I lived at the art studio for like a couple years. Food and coffee, low-key, not the best, but it did, in fact, sustain me for a long time, and so for that, I'll always be thankful. Oh, this is from a painting class. Also, we had to do a breakfast scene, and I gave the painting. I don't know if they gave me money. It doesn't matter. The painting is now living at my friend Kristen and Joel's house. I worked through a lot of childhood trauma with this piece. And when I eventually get all my shit out of my storage container, we'll show you the project. Journals. Suck it. I love being vulgar. It's so funny that I, in my previous sketchbook, wrote how I should be less vulgar, but then like throughout the course of all of my art, I'm being vulgar and crass. This, so good. I was just like really flowing when I was making that. Your feelings are supposed to guide you. You are valid in every feeling you have. Never feel guilty for your feelings. Grow, learn, and love. I clearly had started to go to therapy at this point. Fuck money, get bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like, how boring would I be if I actually stopped cursing? God. So funny, the things we think we need to do. Okay, so we're going to go through the little pocket and see, like, what do we have going on? Electroformerific. Oh, I went to the Yuma Symposium in 2016. That was fun. And this is like all you need to know about electroforming. I forgot this was in here. I'm not going to go through it right now. What did I go see? I went to Tempe Marketplace and watched Zoolander 2. I don't remember that movie at all. Oh yeah, okay. So at this point in my life, I had a 2D design class that one of the like assignments was a postcard, like a series of postcards. The teacher gave us this sketchbook kind of thing of pre-cut 4x6 postcards, and I loved it. I felt like this size paper was the perfect size piece of paper for quick sketches. And so what I would do is I would go to like Michael's or Walmart, and I would find the cheapest pad of watercolor paper I could find, and I would cut down pages into 4x6 pieces. And I've drawn hundreds of drawings on this size paper over the course of my life. And I have some still. If you guys ever want to see that, I could show you those. I've sold a lot too. This was a professor at my school. She had a show. Oh, here's a template. Here's a template for something I made a few keychains of. Oh, Here's the reference for a drawing that you probably saw in the in this sketchbook. I remember, I just don't know what page this is on. Candy jewelry. What? Oh my gosh. Glass casting. I don't know what that's about. I don't remember that. What is this? Oh, I went to a haunted house. Not haunted house. I went to yeah, I guess it was a haunted house with my friend Maddie. We were friends at the time. That's another friendship that I unfortunately blew up because I was a bad person. Oh, this is a little zine. I think Parker made this. I was always so envious of how, like, Parker's drawing style was so cool. I wanted to be more like him. Whatever happened to Parker? Parker, if you're watching this, bang my line. I'd love to hear what you're up to. And then here is a knitting pattern for a hat. Oh my God. What kind of yarn? Simply Karen Simply Soft. Ooh. I would never. I'm sorry. I hate the sensation of Karen Simply Soft on my skin. All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. If you made it to the end, hello, welcome to the Cool Kids Club. Be sure to like and subscribe and do all the things to like stay in contact with what we have going on here. We're in a little bit of transition with this channel as you're seeing this. If you're seeing this live, I'm letting Left-Handed Alchemy completely die, and I'm still in the grieving mourning phase. I should probably have like a black sheet over my head is kind of how I feel. Letting this business die has been feeling like letting a part of myself die. And so when you first started watching this series, I was a Left-Handed Alchemist, and now I'm just Sabina again. I don't have a persona or an identity around it anymore. It's just me and my art. So thanks for watching this evolution. It's constantly in progress. The constant evolution of life is here, and you guys are witnessing this alongside with me. I have no idea what's going on, but I heard someone. Yeah, so if you want to support the channel, like, subscribe, do all the things, you can find what I'm offering in the link tree down below. I have mystery drawings available if you want to own a piece of my art. There's some jewelry left still available. And then if you're finding this like way in the future, I don't know what I'm offering in the future. But if you would like to find that, you can find that in the link tree down below. I'll keep it short. Until next time, bye.